Hey Virgos, welcome to your April 2025 reading. So as you can see, I'm now splitting these out by zodiac sign. So every zodiac sign is going to have their own video because it was just way too much trying to upload like a 5-hour video. It was taking too long. So moving forward, I am going to do a collective read for the month for everyone, so stay tuned for that. But then you can also go to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, or other strong placements, other videos that you do want to watch. So just go to the playlist for that zodiac sign and you'll have the video available to you there. So with that being said, let's get started with our Virgos, and we're going to get a major theme for you for the month. And I'm going to start with a planet, a house, and a sign here. So let's see, sign. Okay, so let's see what we have going on for you, Virgo, for the month of April. Okay, so we have Mars in the second house in Capricorn. All right, okay, so, all right, so you are asked to stand strong in your beliefs and your values. And I feel like there's also something that you are committed to achieving or committed to working on, and you're also being guided to step into that power and be the leader that you know you are to accomplish your goals. Okay, so this is going to call on your leadership skills and your leadership qualities and your conflict resolution, negotiation abilities, and also your ability to stick it through. To what is that I want to call it? Like your dedication, your commitment to this goal and achieving this goal. So you're definitely being called out on that, and like, okay, you've made so much progress here, don't stop now. You need to re-energize your commitment to your desires. Okay, also you're being asked, and I believe this is related to finances, your financial situation here, that's coming through very strongly here. And we also have the second house of your personal finances and possessions, but it doesn't have to be, but I feel like that, I mean, that's what we have here, but you can apply it any way it resonates. So it's also about you identifying those negative beliefs, those habits, those thoughts, those patterns that are blocking you from your abundance and blocking you from making progress and moving forward. And like I said, you've made a lot of progress, but there is still more to go. And you may have like a little setback, or you may like not necessarily be as far as you want to be. And so this is recognizing that, and it's calling on you to continue to have that strength and to call on your assertiveness and your just natural ability to take charge and be the leader and to call out like what needs done and organize things in your way, as Virgo does, because it is a little bit of an organized chaos sometimes. But you know, just the way that you have things organized, you're being called to get back to that, get back to your process so that you can be successful and you can like get over that hump to get to the finish line. Okay. So yeah, you may need to remember what you value and remember what you want to achieve here, why you're doing all of this, why you created these plans in the first place. You may be called to remember that as a way to help yourself persevere. Okay. Yeah, so there may also be, so there's definitely some a need to be a little more diligent with your process here and with your goals so that you can achieve them. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we have here for our Virgos. What else? Thank you. Let's see. Okay, that's one card. We have the Six of Pentacles here. What else? So I feel like, Virgo, you're also being called to, I know you are working on your own finances and you're getting your things back together and getting it back organized, but you also are being called to help others that need it as well. So if there's anything that you can do, just the smallest thing is going to have the biggest impact. So it doesn't have to be significant. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just whatever you can do to assist and be of support and help to others at this time, you are being guided to do that. Okay, we have Three of Wands, Okay. So yeah, I feel like, excuse me, I feel like you are, again, at this place where you're trying to decide, like, okay, I'm about to just chuck all this shit and just go back to doing what I was doing, because, like, it was much less stress, it was much less worry. But this is really about you, like, taking ownership over your dreams and over the goals that you want to achieve, and showing the universe, like, yeah, I do have this stamina to accomplish this goal. I do have what it takes. I am the leader that I say I am, and I'm going to prove it to you, because I'm going to stay diligent, I'm going to stay focused, and I'm going to stay on track. Right? So you're going through these steps and these processes, so just continue on. That is the best advice that is here for you, is to continue on and to recognize that it is a process. It's not like just one day, like, oh, I'm going to do this and it's accomplished. No, like, you design this experience for you to grow and to learn, and to also stay optimistic throughout this entire process. So there's a lot of lessons here that you designed for yourself, and you're being guided to stick to it. Okay, so there's also maybe another approach that you can consider here as well. So even with what you're doing and how that's been working, there may be other things that you can do as well. So I feel like some of you may be getting a little short-sighted, and you may be so focused on doing A, B, and C that you're not recognizing or realizing that D, E, F options are there as well, and you can pick any of those options as well. So I say all that to say that, like, yeah, there's other options here available to you, and if you don't see them, just know that they are there and available. And I feel like you connecting with your intuition is going to help you identify that, as well as with soul family, right? So anyone that can be helpful to you, and just like someone that you can listen to, or they may have some ideas or be able to support you in another way. But it's about opening yourself up to that. Okay. Yeah, because I hear like Virgo now, you don't always know everything. This is a learning process for you. And at a higher level, yes, you know everything, you have everything, but you design this experience for you to grow and for you to connect with others. So there may be some ideas for you, for your highest good, that may come from others, and your connection with others, and you talking with others. Okay? All right, yeah, so this is you going through that transformation and change process, and I feel like this is in progress, right? Because I know for Virgo, we've been talking about this, what you've been working on here, especially the finances, for a little bit now. So you're getting there. You're making a lot of progress, and you're pretty much at the finish line. It's just like, again, there may be a little setback here and there. But yeah, just recognize this transformation coming through and allow it to happen, and stay positive, stay focused. Okay, so let's get some oracles here. We have resistance. Yeah, so I feel like there may be some ways that you are still resisting this process. Okay, so what could that be? In what ways do you feel like you may be showing a little bit of resistance here? And I feel like for some of you, it's just as simple as like, okay, you know, I'm almost there. So, okay, I'm just going to enjoy myself and have a good time and blow this and, you know, not worry about it. And then I'll get back on track. So again, when you take a higher perspective of that, you can see where you are resisting in some way, because you're almost there accomplishing your goals, but you create an obstacle, you create a barrier that, you know, if you would have stayed focused, if you would have stayed on track, that you would have already been there and accomplished your goals. Okay, so it's about recognizing that resistance within yourself and identifying how you can adjust that moving forward. What else do we have? We have emotional work. Call in your soul tribe. All right, so I feel like I spoke to that earlier, but this is your confirmation of that soul family coming through for you with support in different forms. Okay, so definitely look out for that and call it in. Okay, so we have conflict with the sword. Okay, so I feel like this could be we spoke to the conflict that you may be having here with staying on track, but I feel like this could also be like in your relationships, in the family. So just recognize that that is there, and that is something that you will be working through for the month. Okay, so let me just see. Let me get some clarity on that conflict there. What else do we have for that? Okay, so this is definitely needed and necessary to allow some things as part of this process to go away. So as part of this conflict, there may be like certain expectations or certain like requirements for just decency, self-respect that you are now putting into place and not allowing to happen to you anymore. And that's necessary because the way that you were being treated, that's going away. The tower, the divine guidance is coming through and saying like, yeah, that's not fair how you were being treated previously. And you need to set specific boundaries, healthy boundaries, so that you can feel good about this connection. Okay. Also, this is about putting your crown back on. And no gender, we're not speaking gender here, but we're talking about just putting that crown back on and getting back to that higher elevation and getting back to the authentic version of you, because this conflict, whatever this is, has gotten you off track. It's gotten you unaligned, and it's time to get back aligned and get back to who you are. And I feel like you've been really like how do I want to say this? You've been like taking away from yourself and your dignity and the requirements that you have for decency, self-respect, compassion, understanding. Like you've been really like allowing someone to take advantage of the good-hearted person that you are. I think that's the better way to say it. And that is what we're saying here, that it's time for that to stop. And if you don't have the strength to do it yourself, divine guidance, the divine is coming through, source is coming through to do it for you. Okay? And just know that everything is happening for your highest good. And that is what the tower means. It is the divine coming through, like getting rid of things that aren't serving you, that aren't for your growth, for your highest timeline, for your highest vibration. And it's allowing you the opportunity to get back in alignment with you and to raise your frequency and vibration. Okay. So we actually got two here. So we have change and we have fortune. I love that. So I feel like this is your confirmation that, oh, so I said change, but this actually says chance. So we know that there's change coming anyway, but this is, I feel like you taking a chance here with this tower. Like you stood up for yourself in some way and you had to take a chance to do that. And so now this is like, yeah, I had to do that. I had to go through that experience, but this is where you're going to meet me. Like, I'm not going to meet you in this lower vibration anymore. You're going to raise your vibration and your frequency to connect with me. I'm not going to lower myself. You're going to raise yourself. Okay, so you are taking a chance there, but again, it is for your highest good, and it's what needed to happen. And it is going to result in fortune for you. And it is going to result in a successful outcome, again, for your highest good. When I say successful outcome, I'm not saying like, oh, everything's going to be perfect. It's going to be roses, you know. There's not going to be any issues. There's not going to be any conflict or any more conflict even. I'm just saying that it's all aligned for you to get back to yourself, your authentic self. So these experiences that you're having are lessons that you're learning, and they're lessons that you're teaching others as well about how to respect you, how to treat you, and what you're going to take from them in the future. Which is like, yeah, we're not going back to that low vibrational shit. Okay? What else? Okay, so we have a thought has no power, you have the power, and when you identify with and believe in the thought, you give it power. Okay. So we do know that you are creating your reality here. So I feel like this is for some of you that may be like just wallowing in the energy, wallowing in the negativity, repeating the pattern, like recreating the situations that have happened to get you here. It's time to stop that, because that is doing nothing but keeping you stuck, keeping you stagnant, keeping you worried about things that have already happened, as opposed to focusing on the opportunity within it and focusing on sending out that unconditional love and openness to allow that energy to come to you and talk things through and work it out. Okay. What else? Okay, so we have trust the universe. Yeah, I'm loving that, because I feel like your guides, source is saying, like, trust me, I got this. Like, you're worried. You know you had to put your foot down. You know you had to set your boundaries, and now you're worried. But it is time for you to let that worry go. Because you can trust in source. You can trust in you. That you did the right thing. Okay. Okay, so what else for Virgo? What else? Okay, what else? Let's see, give me 3 cards, please. Try to get 3 cards. This is such a huge deck. I do love it, but it is huge, and it's hard to get the cards out. Okay. Alright, so, alright, let's do it this way. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Alright, so we have the Magician. Awesome. So this is you. I feel like you're going to transition from this place of like doubting yourself, doubting the decisions you made, to this place of power, of using your gifts, of allowing yourself to be this strong individual, this leader that you are. And you're going to get to a place where you're like, okay, you know what? Yeah, that had to happen. And again, like, I need you to raise your vibration and raise your frequency if you're trying to connect. Okay, so you're going to stand in that power. Okay, so we have Ace of Cups here as well. And you will get back to the love again. You will get back to that loving relationship again. Okay, so this could be romantic or familial or soul family, friends, whatever this is, you will get back to that place again. It's just a part of the process that there are some boundaries that needed to be established and set to allow you all to get back to that place where it's a balanced, healthy, loving relationship. Okay, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Because you are moving and transitioning into that process where you are closing those doors on the past. And it's like, yeah, I'm no longer that Virgo that's going to take your shit and just let you dump on me and not speak up for myself and not stand up for myself. Like, you shifted the tides. You shifted the relationship here. And you're being guided to stay strong in that. Okay? Trust what you're doing. Okay, now as soon as I do that, then all the cards are going to come out. Sorry. Okay, so I'm taking one. I'm going to take one, and then we will take these two, but I want to get some oracles. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So why is the Two of Pentacles? Oh, I know why it's there. I don't even need a card. I know why it's there, because this is you, like, rethinking your decision and deciding, like, oh, should I go back on it? Should I just reach out and be like, no, you know, everything's okay? No. Like, no. And I feel like you standing firm in that is what this is guiding you to do. Okay? So it's okay to, you know, think about things. And I wouldn't even spend too much time on that, because, again, you're recreating the past. You're recreating that negative energy. So it's time to really, really put your energy into what you want to focus on, and that is the present moment. So we have the Page of Swords and the Four of Swords. Okay. All right. Okay. So the page. Okay. So when you do have this discussion and conversation, like, it is going to be something that it may not even be all resolved the first conversation or at one time. It may need multiple conversations, first of all, but this is about you. You're going to learn as part of this process as well. So embrace that. Don't shy away from that. So this is a learning process for you as well. So there may be some feedback that you receive that you're going to be asked to be open to. And it's okay to speak up for yourself and to say, like, no, I don't see things that way. Here's my perspective. I respect what you're saying. And if you feel that way, okay, so how can we meet in the middle? What can we both do? What's going to be helpful to you? Because I'm feeling like the feedback that you get, some of it is a little bullshit, right? It's just like the response, like the passive aggressive or the negative response, as opposed to the other party saying, yeah, you're right, I did do this, or I need to apologize for this. So you might get a little bit of bullshit feedback, but then you can always take any opportunity when you receive feedback to identify if there is change that you can do and incorporate. So just be open to that. If you strongly do not feel that your intuition is guiding you against that, then go with that. Go with your intuition and go with what you feel. Just allow yourself to be open to receive the information, okay? And then you can process it and do with it what you feel is best for you to do with it, okay? All right. So, okay, let's get some oracles here. All right, so we have integration. I love that because that's what we were just speaking of, like this information that you're getting back. Integrate it into your process, into your thinking. And again, if it's not making sense, it's not true in any way, then don't accept that. But if there are changes or adjustments that you can make, then you have that opportunity to do so. We also have slow down, be still, rest, and restore. I love that because you are being reminded to get back to those self-care practices. And I feel like as part of this process, during the meantime where there may not be communication, this is the best thing that you can do, is to really work on your mindfulness, stay in the present moment, and focus on like what you're doing and taking care of yourself and replenishing yourself and filling your cup up. Let me get one more here. We have risk. Okay, yeah, you definitely took a risk. You definitely took a risk by standing up for yourself, but trust that all is well, all will work out for your highest good. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here for our Virgo? Thank you. Okay, give me 2 more cards. Thank you. Got it. All right, thank you. All right, so we have Lovers. Okay. Okay, so see, I told you it's all going to work out for you. It's all going to work out for you. And again, this could be any type of relationship, family, friends, partner, children. But know that things are aligning according to plan, right? So you have your angels, the divine source coming through and aligning it and setting it all up so that you are learning your lesson, standing up for yourself, being strong in your in your power, and the other party, the other individual, is also able to recognize and realize that, yeah, there does need to be an adjustment here. There does need to be more respect here. You do need to come into balance with Virgo and ensure that Virgo's needs are being met and Virgo feels that unconditional love that Virgo is giving to you. Yeah, so this is the divine orchestrating that balance for you. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Cups here as well. Oh, sorry, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. And then we have 5 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I do feel like definitely there's a little bit of conflict here that's happening, and we've seen that. We spoke to that already, so we don't need to go back into it, but we're definitely seeing that here. So I also feel like this is not just financial related. This is related to this relationship or something within the family or within soul family or friends. So yeah, there's definitely some conflict here. So you actually probably have like a lot of things going on here. So you may have like things that you're trying to do with your finances, as well as things that you're doing with friends or family or your partner here. So you have a couple challenges going on, but you are being guided to just continue to do the best that you can. Listen to your intuition and listen to your guidance, and call on your gifts and talents, that ability you have to make sense of the situation, to be logical and methodical in your thinking, and to approach it from a hey, okay, let's just be open and let's talk this through. And I feel like you are being open, and it's more about this party coming to the table, and that will happen. Yeah, that will happen. That may take a little bit of time here. That may take a little bit of time here. So just recognize and realize that. But again, we talked about you doing more of those self-care practices in the meantime. Okay, so love you. Love on yourself. Do the things that make you feel good and make you more in love with yourself every day. Okay. So let me get like one more here for Virgo. One more card, please. Okay. All right, I thought that had flipped over, but okay, give me one more card, please. Thank you. All right, beautiful. We have the Empress. We have the Empress. So yeah, you are birthing like this new respect, these new expectations that everyone is going to follow and align with. So this is the new Virgo from this point on. And everyone will respect that, or they'll get out of your energy and your space until they can. So this is all like transforming into the higher version of you. You on a higher frequency. Okay. So let's see what else we have here. So we have spiritual work with enhance your spiritual practice. So again, we're going on those self-care practices. And we also have renewal. Yes. So that rebirth, renewal, change, transformation, you getting back to who you authentically are. So there's so much opportunity here for you to be your authentic self. And it's happening. You're doing it. You're already doing it. So this is like stand strong in that. Like don't crack. Stay strong. Okay? Because you're doing the right thing. So we have wings and elevation. I love it. You soaring to new heights. You recognizing who you are and what value you bring to all relationships, and letting everybody know through your actions, like, yeah, you're not going to treat me like this. You're going to treat me on a higher vibration and connect with me there. Okay, and then we have lightness with feather. Okay, so I feel like there is some spiritual significance behind the feather. So if you do have a moment to look that up, you may want to do that, because there's going to be some messages there for you. But I feel like this is really about you getting into that space again, where you are doing those self-care practices and you're not wallowing in that negative energy, and you're not continuing to replay events over and over and over and over again, trying to figure out a way that you can fix it, or what you did wrong. You did nothing wrong. You stood up for yourself. Even after this point of conflict, you've stood up for yourself, and you've set your boundaries as far as how you will be respected and treated. There's nothing you did wrong here. So now it's time for everyone to have their little feelings and go through their little things and get themselves together and come correct to you. So that's where we're at this point. And, you know, just take what resonates. So you may be at a different point, but that is where it's going to get. And then you will have that balance and that harmony when the party comes back and you work through things that you desire. Okay, so what else do we have? We have observe without absorbing. Okay. All right. So I feel like there is, like we said, okay, so this is speaking to what we talked about as far as when you do have this conversation, when you do work through this conflict with other parties or the other party, they are going to be bringing up things like, and it's really just out of spite and out of like, well, you know, I want to be right about something, so I'm going to say that, you know, you do this. And Virgo, you know you do not do that. So don't accept that on. However, definitely be open to the communication, to the back and forth. But, you know, ask questions. Okay, give me an example. You know, you're definitely being guided to be open, to have that back and forth, to have that conversation, and to allow the other party to be heard. But also know, like, yeah, some of that is some bullshit, okay? What else? So we have show the world the real you. I love that because this is you coming into who you are and being more of your authentic self. And again, standing strong in who you are and not allowing yourself to be taken advantage of and not allowing people to not respect who you are and how you love them and care for them. So we also have Odin with psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. I love it. And that is a perfect way to end because you can do that in all areas. You can do it with this conflict that you are working through, and you can also do this just in general with other goals that you do have as far as your finances, other familiar relationships, other goals and objectives that you want to achieve this month. Yes, work on that third eye and balancing that and continuing to open that even further so you can see what can't be seen, as well as connecting with your intuition and your higher self, your guides and source, and listening and allowing your intuition to guide you. Okay, Virgo, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.